the Trumps, while Donald Trump was running for president, started this new crypto company, which they called World Liberty Financial. And the way this company set up, at least at the beginning, 3/4 of all the money that came into this company was paid to the Trumps as just a licensing fee. So they've made tons of money off it, something like $300 or $400 million. But as is so often the case in crypto, when they started this company, they didn't really know what it would do. There was some talk about it being like a borrowing and lending platform, but the company had really very few coders on staff. They didn't really have a team commensurate with all the money they raised, so they needed a product. And this story today, what we reported was that they decided to make a stable coin, like a cryptocurrency that's always worth $1 because it's backed by real dollars in the bank. And when they went to go make this stable coin, because they didn't have a lot of programming talent, they called on Binance, the biggest crypto exchange owned by CZ. And what we reported is that Binance actually wrote the basic code that powers the World Liberty stablecoin, USD1. And so also in a conveniently for him, CZ, who was only just let out of a halfway house last year after pleading guilty to these money laundering violations, is seeking a presidential pardon. So his company is helping out the Trump's venture while he also is looking for this favor for himself.
So this is one of many cryptocurrency ventures that the Trump family has, right?
Yes. I have actually lost track of how many there are. You
need a whiteboard.
I know.
It's so confusing that they actually got kind of confused themselves the other day.
Oh, wow.
Now, the Trumps have a meme coin, Trump coin. Those guys announced that they were going to make a crypto wallet. And the Trump sons were like, this is not an official Trump project.
Oh.
Like, these guys can't even keep straight how all their different crypto ventures.
Is that unique, though, to this Trump coin? And just this is a little aside. Whether we're talking about, I think there's a cologne that I saw recently. There are the shoes. There are the Bibles. This is all licensing, right?
Yeah.
Is that any different than what the Trumps are doing with crypto?
So at first, I think it's quite possible that when they got into crypto, I mean, they did even work with some of the same guys that they'd worked with on some of these more traditional licensing deals. Maybe they thought it was just another thing where they might make, $1 million here or there by licensing their name. But it's turned out to be like on a totally different scale. Since Trump has become president, I think Bloomberg Billionaires estimates that he's made $600 million off these different crypto ventures. And it's become a way that anybody in the world, even people who are citizens of other countries who couldn't donate to his campaign, can just give him money.
Wow.
There's another crypto billionaire named Justin Sun bought 75.
You might know him as the banana guy.
Yes, best known for paying $6 million for a banana and then eating it. It's modern art. He bought $75 million of World Liberties tokens, and he had been facing a fraud lawsuit from the US SEC, and that was later put on hold. And I should say that all these people I've mentioned have all denied that anything untoward is happening. And they're saying like, hey, I just want to invest in these coins, and it's not related to whatever business I might have with the government.
So all these crypto ventures that we said may not even fit on a whiteboard. If we rewind back to 2021, Trump was anti-crypto, correct? I'm just trying to catch up here.
Yeah, I mean, he said it was a scam. I think he said maybe it's all made up.
A scam against the dollar.
Yeah, and his first administration initiated some of the lawsuits that crypto guys have been so up in arms about. But it only really changed during this most recent campaign. And there was a very concerted effort, mostly by a small group of rich Bitcoiners to get Trump on board. They got together and donated something like $20 million to his campaign. It was a fundraiser at the Bitcoin convention, the annual Bitcoin convention. And they had the fundraiser, he raised the 20 million. Then he went out on stage in Nashville and gave this speech in which he totally changed his position and said, Bitcoin's going to the moon. I want to lead the way. Let's make this a crypto capital of the world. It's really an amazing triumph of lobbying.